Yeah.
But having me cracking it and not knowing I'm cracking it would not sound very professional.
6 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order. Rob, would you call the roll, please?
Ms. Least.
Here.
Mrs. Sweet.
Here.
Mr. Bear.
Here.
Mr. Whitaker.
Here.
Mr. DeVoli.
Here.
Mr. Hanna.
Here.
All members of council are present. Please join me in pledging allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is the regular session of the Enon Village Council. This is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. Any additions to our agenda this evening? Okay, let's go into the minutes of, this would be September 9th's meeting, September 9th, 2025. If you've had a chance to review those minutes, and if they look acceptable, then I would entertain a motion and a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli.
Yes.
Mr. Hanna.
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
And those minutes are approved as presented. Rob, I'll go into you for some finances. Just any kind of updates you want to give?
Based on our meeting last time, we did certify the rates and the budget for 2026 to the county auditor's office, and they have received those, so we are good to go there. We've received the ballot proof for the police levy, and no typos this time around, so
Oh, that's
that
good.
has been submitted as well. I know that most residents probably by now have received word from the county auditor's office about their own property reevaluation numbers that will go into effect next year. The mayor and I have been talking, and we do want people to know that this levy is based on the current valuations as they stand in 2025, not based on the increased valuations that you received in the mail. So the way the levy will work, as our other levies do, that it will bring in a certain dollar amount in the first year. In the first year, it's projected to be $116,000. And that levy will never bring in more than $116,000 over the course of its 5 years. So as property values may fluctuate over that time, if they increase, that does not mean that your share of that levy will increase.
And there's been a lot of communication, rightfully so, I guess, about the reevaluation, reappraisals of properties in Clark County. The existing levies that were voted in years ago, the two existing police levies and the general fund, regardless of what happens to property values in Enon, again, it's going to bring in the same dollar amount. Potentially, it's not going to increase. Those existing levies will not cost taxpayers in the village of Enon any more money than what they have been previously. Correct?
Correct. And so on paper, those, they call it the effective rate of the levy changes. And so in the beginning of time, that may have been a 2.5 mil levy. And then as valuations increases, that goes to 2.45. And now some, I think, are down at 1.6 because they've been on so long. And that's part of the rates that we certified at the last meeting.
Yes.
It goes back. And so the valuations do go up. The money that the village receives on those levies stays the same.
And that's why the levy that is on the ballot in November is 1.75 mils, which had previously been a 2.5 mil levy. That's why that was reduced.
It will make the village whole from where we were. It is not an increase to the village coffers by any means.
Yes. Just a couple numbers here. That levy will cost an appraised value home $61 a year. And I did just a few calculations. I used $150,000, and this is appraised by the county auditor's office that you can see on the website. So for a $150,000 appraised home, it would be $1.76 a week. A $250,000 appraised home would be $2.93 a week. A $350,000 home, it would be $4.10 a week. And a $450,000 home, it would be $5.28 a week. That's the breakdown when you look at it weekly. So again, that would be $61 a year for every $100,000 of appraised value. So thanks, Rob, for doing that.
Thank you.
Do you have any other financial stuff?
I do not, other than to say that we're tracking our appropriations now that we're getting down to the last quarter of the year. We are tight several places. We will do what moving magic we can, but I would anticipate that I'm coming to you guys for some approval to to move some money out of personal services before long.
And that is not untypical for this time of year. So
And so, in previous meetings, we talked about our how tight we were in streets. We've been able to legitimately move some payroll away from streets, so we're easing that up a bit. Our gas tax collections are still coming in apace, so our fund balance is going to be where we want it to be at the end of the year.
sounds good. Any questions for our fiscal officer? Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Under communications, I have one item. Thanks to Mr. Wazak, I was notified that I'm not sure he's still an Enon resident, but grew up in Enon. Max Pettit came in second place, right, Chuck? It was second place out of thousands of people at the Air Force Marathon over the weekend. And I think that's incredible. Max is the son of Lori and Rodney Pettit, and also that would be Todd Pettit's nephew. So right here in Enon, Ohio, we had not almost first place, but second place finisher. So I thought that was pretty cool. And congratulations to the Greenon Marching Band, second place.
Bands of America competition.
Bands of America competition. So congratulations to them as well. So let's move into staff reports. And Kevin, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor, Council, residents. First item on the agenda, a zoning code update. We had a skeleton code sent to our working committee from Crossroads Zoning to start that process. What it is basically, the code that they sent, they had language in there highlighted, okay, use input language from your current code into this section. So it's kind of cut and paste. So that's what happened so far. And then we got together, the working committee got together and went over the first 50 pages of it and just kind of did a discussion on the first 50 pages and what we liked, what we didn't like, things like that. So as of right now, we have another meeting set up to go over the zoning districts. We're going to move on. I don't know how many more pages that encompasses, but we'll be talking about the zoning districts at the next meeting. So we'll keep you informed as that goes on. But this is going to be, and I think I've said it before, this is going to be a written document once it's done. Ease of looking up stuff for not only the us government people here, council people, but for the residents too. It's going to be a lot easier than the current code is, in my opinion.
The format has changed dramatically,
Yes.
and everything that used to be all over the place, for the most part, seems to be in one spot now for us to go to and look.
Yeah.
So it's going to be helpful from a staff standpoint, in addition to residents going online and looking things up.
Yeah,
And
so-
diagrams too, tables, diagrams.
A lot of
Yeah.
pictures, diagrams, things like that. It's going to be somewhat user friendly, more so than it is now. So, looking to. Unfortunately, I won't see the end product, but
We'll send it to you.
I'll maybe get a copy of it. Just
Check online.
You can check
I
online.
can check online and print it off. And,
I'll email you one though.
yeah, okay.
Do you have a timeline? I was thinking you'd given that before, but
For the finished product,
yes.
no, but if I did, it may have changed. But let me find out and see.
If we keep meeting on a regular basis, Elmer, what do you think? End of the year, Rick? I'd think end of the year.
January at the latest, probably.
Okay.
I said I will not be here next Wednesday.
On the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
It's be done next Wednesday.
it's going pretty good. We got our homework to do, kind of read ahead of time and make some changes, and we come back in and discuss. So, but it's going pretty good. So, fire hydrant flushing is happening right now. To my knowledge, Jason told me they were in South Enon and Indian Valley Estates, and then they're going to move on to the condos, and then hopefully, weather permitting, next week they'll be in Hawk Meadows. So, so far so good. I haven't heard any bad water complaints like in the past. So far so good.
Do you have any idea how many hydrants are going to need to be repaired? Has anybody mentioned that to you?
Jason did. I think he was saying that there was 6 or 8 right now that needs to be
Okay.
kind of looked at.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
and I know we're kind of getting low on hydrants, and so we're going to be probably having to order some
Parts. yeah.
hydrants and parts, things like that. So, but that's going well. Jamie and the guys are doing that. Jason, unfortunately, just to let you all know, Jason did not get hurt at work, but he went to the emergency care today. He has a pinched nerve in his neck that was causing problems in his arm. So he'll be out there at least the rest of the week doing therapy, and hopefully the therapy will take care of it. If not, they'll go to the next step and possibly do some surgery. But I'll keep you informed on what's going on there too. So, in your packet there is a letter from the EMA, their quarterly newsletter. I wanted to pass that along to you, as well as the Clark County Solid Waste District. They have some activities coming up this fall. The fall roadway litter cleanup, specialty recycling at the recycling center, community cleanup trailer, event recycling now available. So there's just another flyer of they send that out every year, so I thought I'd include that. The search for admin possibilities and water operator possibilities, we have a total of 62 applications for the administrator, which is unheard of. But out of that 62, there's probably maybe 8 to 10 that we kind of weeded it down, and it has some sort of qualifications. Some has government qualifications, so we narrowed them down. Out of the water operator, we got 7 or 8 applicants, and possibly maybe 2 or 3 out of that that looks like interview material. So
How many did you say you received on the water operator?
7 or 8.
Thank you.
So hopefully we can get. I know Jason has called a couple of those, so we're waiting on return calls for a couple of those for the water interview. So hopefully we can get the admin going as well. So let's see here. I think that's all I have for now.
Okay. One more meeting after this.
One more meeting. The next meeting will be my final meeting.
Yeah.
I will be, my last work in office day is October the 6th, and then I'll be taking some time off just to pack and running back and forth, taking loads of stuff we did have to get 2 storage units, 1 storage unit for all our Christmas
trees. Yeah. Yep.
That's still, I got all the kids coming with trucks and trailers this weekend, so we're going to get the majority of everything out of the house, and we'll just be eating off paper plates and just living light where we can pick up and go. But yeah, the attic's full of stuff, as you guys well know. But so yeah.
Kevin, I hate to hit you cold, but can you pull up Stein Road and Enon Xenia, please?
He's
that
to hit you
possible?
cold, but he's going
It's going to take a little bit.
Okay.
It's going to take
The last meeting, the Whites were here talking about the vehicles that ran through and it hit their apartment complex.
Oh, yeah.
I did talk to John Burr the next day, the county engineer. They are going to be looking at the signage on that. The guardrail,
The guardrail.
from the county perspective, would not be effective because of the way the intersection dips down, rises, and then dips back down again. So similar to what happened on this last accident where the car bolted in the county right-of-way there, it would be most likely vaulting over the top of that guardrail before it hit the secondary area there prior to the sidewalk. A guardrail, to be effective on that, probably would have to go into the personal property on the east side of the sidewalk there to block it from actually going into the apartment, which would be incumbent upon the property owner himself to do that repairs. Now, we've talked about how we might be able to mediate some of that, but for right now, other than the signage, we don't anticipate anything from Clark County. They're still going to look at it. But in reality, for it to work effectively, it's going to have to be on private property in order.
But we've made contact, we've made our concerns known, and he's looking at it, and that's step number one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody to talk to.
Oh, no, what you're saying, so from the village standpoint, we did what we said we were gonna do, we made contact, and he's looking at it, and that's what we wanted.
Okay.
So thank you for doing that.
Maybe that's why they didn't put one up there before. I mean, maybe somebody somewhere had talked to someone about it, and maybe that's why there wasn't one already up there.
Very possible.
Was there signage there before?
I think what they're talking
Obviously,
about
there's
is
not now, but-
bigger signs,
I was gonna say, I thought I remembered,
Yeah, a long time ago, there was
you
a
must
sign,
turn one way or the other.
because it was, went from Enon Road to Enon Xenia.
Basically,
kinda do
that
remember that.
center line there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much, yeah.
that's been years and years ago, though.
But, we made our concern known, and we said we would, and let's kind of see what he does from here. So thanks for doing that, Rick.
I can't get it up that quick.
You put some signs, that flash about the intersection and approaching, or
Right.
the T intersection in some aspects, but that'll be incumbent upon the county to do that. But again, our aspect of that is very limited.
Right. Yeah, they could put a flashing light right there, like by, even if it would go over the guardrail or something, but hopefully they'll look at it and.
Okay, any other questions for our administrator? Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Chief, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council, residents. So we'll start off with Greenland's Homecoming Parade is going to be October the 9th at 6:30 in the evening, which will go from what I'm understanding, from Enon Elementary
Yes.
to the high school.
Yes.
Then we've got the setups for the roads to be shut down for the Apple Butter Festival on the 10th of October, which I think they said is be around noon, is when they're going to put up the concrete barriers on the 10th. Then we got the weekend of the Apple Butter Festival. This time we've got 4 of our 5 officers are still available. We haven't gotten confirmation whether they're going to be able to work, but we've got one that's going to be out of town. So I know that Amanda and I will both be there both Saturday and Sunday. As I got told that I volunteered her.
Hey, you're the chief now. So.
Then on Sunday morning at 9 a.m., they are doing the Apple Butter 5K, which starts at Greenon and snakes through the Platte around the mound and back. So we'll be helping with that. I talked to Ford. The car should be done this week. I'm not holding my breath.
Yay!
But they told me that it should be done the week of the 22nd. So
Good.
They still thinking it's all under a warranty thing?
everything's under warranty except for
For
the
the-
rear differential, which
Yeah.
was like I think $2,500.
Yeah, okay.
Which I hope we get it back because 303's transmission's going out of it. We're lumping it along till we can get the other one back. Over a couple weekends ago, we had our Heroes versus Breast Cancer softball tournament, which we raised a little over $8,000 over the weekend. In July of 2022, the sheriff's office lost the deputy, Matthew Yates, to a gunfire. We started that year doing an award called the Deputy Matthew Yates Thin Blue Line Award. This year, our own Rick Hanna was a recipient of that award, which is voted on by the board of the organization. So congratulations, Rick.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rick.
It means more than anybody realizes, and I was home and I was shocked.
He left. I had to call him back.
Yeah. But, And I do have to thank somebody up here too. A few years ago, when our departments started running short on people, the fire department and Ben took me under their wing and let me start playing with those guys. And I greatly appreciate what you guys have let me do down there. And
You're our forever ringer, man. What are you talking about?
thank
Father
you.
time.
We just told some people this year might be the last year, but we'll see. So.
That's a great cause, by the way. $8,000, that's awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Big
thank you,
turnout.
thank you for all you do for that, Jeff.
December the 13th, we're going to do the Shop with a Cop. This year we are having Donaldsville Police Department and Clark County Park Districts is joining in with us. So we're kind of doing the west end of the county. So we've reached out to Greenon and Tecumseh's counselors to try to get us a list of kids that we can help out. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Flock cameras. I talked to the rep yesterday. They are extending the trial period until after the election, just to see if it passes. If it does not pass, the sheriff's office wants to take over the cameras, which we would still have access to, but they would be able to, because they don't want the cameras to go anywhere because there are too many positive things with them. So hopefully we can get them, but if we can't, then the sheriff's office will help us out.
And I appreciate you going that route as well as a backup. And that's your relationship with the sheriff's department that made that part happen. So good job on those efforts on your part.
Absolutely.
What
Great.
would be the difference between their access and our access?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing actually changes on it at all.
Nothing's
It's
going to
just-
change. Yeah,
just
it
by
would just
name.
be under their
Yeah.
license.
Yep.
Obviously, they would prefer if we paid that portion of it so they could use the money for other things. But the sheriff even went to the extent of saying that it's a possibility that they could kick in some if we to help out with the
Yeah,
fees.
I was gonna say, maybe,
So,
yeah, maybe that, we could do something like that
Yep,
too.
so-
Yeah.
So we've got some
We got some,
flexibility
yeah,
there.
we got
Yeah.
some
So
flexibility.
thanks for working
They
on
just
that.
don't want the cameras to go away, basically, is what they're saying, so.
Yeah.
And Flock's willing to work with us.
I know how important those cameras are for our community, for communities around us, and for parents, kids, in our department, other departments, and I know how hard you've worked on
I know
it,
they
so
just-
thank you.
They just got a violent felony arrest off of the cameras this afternoon. Aggravated assault with a firearm that they picked up on the Flock cameras and got them stopped down at 675 and 70. So,
Unfortunately, the world is not getting
No.
any nicer.
no, not at all. Officer Pennywood is scheduled for her final state test to get everything finalized October the 3rd or 4th.
First.
No. First?
But she's going
October the 1st.
No.
October the 1st.
She
Third,
told you.
fourth,
That's not it.
sounds like.
I have my new chiefs training the 6th through the 10th of October, so I'll be gone that week. And then there's a training that I'd like for Officer Pennywitt and I to both attend, put on by the Ohio Public Employee Labor Relations Association. It's on HR, leadership, communication skills. It's $175 a person, but I think it's an important
And we
class
talked
that
about it earlier, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
an
very
important
well
class
worth
that
it.
we need to, and that's on November the 5th.
And who is that for? I'm sorry.
It's for Officer Pennywitt and I.
Okay.
It's equipping supervisors with HR leadership and communication skills, confident and compliant management. So, I think it'd be a good class to have.
Absolutely.
I think that's all I have.
Questions for our chief? Thanks, Jeff. Good job on everything. Appreciate your hard work. No committee reports, no old or new business. We do have a short executive session tonight, but before we do that, comments from our public? Anyone? You have 3 minutes, sir. State your name and your address, please. Okay.
Good evening, and thank you for
Good
listening.
evening.
Good
Yes.
evening.
I was just here for an update on the parking on the grass situation. Thank you, Kevin, for that report. The parking seems to be growing. More brown spots in the area. I don't know if you noticed that. I sure did. 5 2 weeks ago, and 9 last Sunday from extended parking on the grass, large vehicles. Now, I got my degree in agribusiness management. Okay, so green is the color I'm fond of. One thing a realtor will tell you is curb appeal is a lot. It means that if you're buying or selling a house, a good-looking yard goes a long way. Okay. I know my neighbors spend a lot of time, effort, and money taking care of the yards. Well, 1 or 2 exceptions down the street. But anyway, what I've noticed is the brown spots are creeping closer, and my neighbors tell me that they're stressed about it. Property values they think are going down because of it. I'm not sure about that yet, but anyway, we just waiting to see the final report on that code zoning upgrade.
Sure.
So I'll check back in a couple of weeks. So
Appreciate that.
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
All right.
you're welcome. Thank you for your comments. And that obviously is going to be discussed during the code review process. So, anybody else? Okay, I'd entertain a motion and a second to enter into executive session to discuss the appointment and employment and compensation of a village employee.
So moved.
I'll second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker,
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli,
Yes.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
And Kevin and Rob, I'll need both of you, please.
6:27.
Back to him.
Why he wouldn't want to walk in front of me?
Need a motion to return
from executive session.
to executive session. Call the roll, please.
Mr. DeVoli, Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
And Mr. Hannah.
I'd like to make a motion that effective with October 6th, that we temporarily increase the pay for the Ms. Tomey's position to assume the additional responsibilities that the village administrator has. Secondarily, that we would also increase the pay of Mr. Rose from the water department to co-assume some of those duties at the rate of $200 per week each during the period that they are handling that responsibility.
Need a second.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker,
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli.
And
Motion to adjourn?
need a second.
Yeah.
Second?
We had a first and a second? Did we?
Sure.
And a third.
And a
And a
third?
third.
And a fourth? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign.
6:48.
Meeting adjourned.
6:40.
Thank you, guys.
So he's waiting for him to say something else. I was like,
So all the extra duties you get to take for no extra money, bud.
Don't worry, we got some for you, Chief.
All others as assigned.
That other duty says to sign.